Hello guys and welcome back. Today we will be reviewing the iPad Pro 2020 and we're going to see what differences it has from the 2018 iPad Pro. The 2018 iPad Pro killed the tablet industry, and to this day I will pick it over any Android tablet. But even though the specs were amazing, it's almost 2 years old, which might put some people off buying it. So Apple came up with a master plan, and I'm going to explain that after we go through the few main differences between the 2018 and 2020 iPad Pros. So let's get started. The first main difference is a physical one. It's the new wide-angle lens. Apple released their iPhone 11 and iPhone 11 Pro back in September, and they both came with a wide-angle camera, which was a nice touch for iPhone. However, I can't recall the last time I took a picture with my iPad, and even on the rare occasions I do take pictures, I don't use the wide-angle camera, as it's only 10 megapixels, which is instantly noticeable when you take a picture. The thing is though, Apple knows no one uses a wide-angle camera on their iPad, but they wanted it to look like their iPhone lineup. And also they had to make it look different from the 2018 iPad Pro, otherwise it would be practically the same. The 2020 iPad Pro does have something that no other iPhone or iPad has, which is the new LiDAR scanner for augmented reality. When I first saw this, I thought it was a nice touch, but the only time I've ever used it is to see what an IKEA couch would look like in my bedroom, which the iPad Pro 2018 could also do. I'm not saying it's terrible, as it's good, but what's not good is the software, and there's practically no use for it. Unless Apple steps up their AR game, I don't see why anyone would specifically buy an iPad for the LiDAR scanner. The next difference is the A12Z processor. The A12X processor is so good, no tablet even came close to it, and it even matched some MacBooks. So in theory, Apple didn't need to upgrade it, but if they put a 2-year-old chip in a new iPad, a lot of people would not buy it, so they made the A12Z processor. The only difference between the A12X and the A12Z processors is one core in the GPU, which on benchmarks makes very little difference. And the reason Apple made such a small change was so that people would want to buy the new iPad as it has a better processor, not knowing that in reality, it's not much better and is practically the same chip. The next difference is the 6GB of RAM compared to the 4GB in the 2018 iPad Pro. This is a welcome change, as a very big focus of the iPad Pro is multitasking, and the extra 2GB of RAM should help with that. Last year, if you asked, I would have told you there would be no way I would consider the iPad Pro a laptop replacement. But now something has changed, which is iPad OS. Apple seems to be really trying now to make you buy an iPad instead of a laptop, as they added the long-awaited mouse support with a new cursor. Apple sort of released mouse support last year, but you had to go deep down into accessibility to find it, and it acted like a finger. With the new mouse support, you can use gestures, and it has some cool new animations. Another thing that shows us Apple wants the iPad to be a laptop replacement is the new Magic Keyboard. The Magic Keyboard, released back in May, was something a lot of people were waiting for. Priced at $300, it's quite expensive, but it's got some cool features. It has the butterfly keys from the MacBook Pro, a backlit keyboard, passive USB-C charging, and also it floats. I think this is the final puzzle piece many people were looking for to make the iPad a computer. And another great thing is it works with the 2018 iPad Pro also. The last change we're going to talk about today is the upgraded base storage option, which went from 64GB to 128GB. With the iPad Pro 2018, a lot of people thought 64GB was fine, but in reality it's not. After a month or two, they ran out of storage and they were stuck with the iPad that had no more storage left, which was quite a pain. I've already used 64GB and I've only had my iPad for about a month, so this was a good change by Apple. So what you've all been waiting for, Apple's master plan. Apple is known for releasing things which seem ridiculously priced, but they sell out like crazy anyways. Take the AirPods for example. When they were released, many people thought they would fail, but they were one of Apple's most successful products. What made them so successful was 1, the uniqueness of them, as you couldn't find anything like them, and 2, if you had them you felt very exclusive, and anyone that saw them instantly knew what they were and how much you paid for them. That's what Apple wants for its Magic Keyboard case as well. They want that if someone sees a floating computer, they know it's the iPad Pro, and they know you paid $300 for a keyboard. Also, Apple doesn't mind if you buy an iPad over a MacBook, as with the Magic Keyboard, it works out to be the same price. there you have it, guys. That was my iPad Pro 2020 review and Apple's master plan. Comment down below if you have an iPad Pro, and if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. For more videos like this, subscribe and hit the bell, and enjoy the rest of your day.